Hello, my computer is busy working. It's exporting an audiobook and it will take forever. So I thought I'd make a new little vlog. And today I want to talk about the Urei LA-4s. There they are, shiny, happy. As you probably don't know, I just recently moved from a completely in-the-box studio to more of a hybrid rig. And I know nothing about electronics. Totally clueless. But I do know that these Urei compressors are part of a kind of a family. So you probably know the LA-2s, which are super expensive. They are as big as these two together, and it's just one channel. Lovely sounding stuff if they're in good condition. And super expensive, as I said. And then there's the LA-3s, which were out of fashion for many years, but recently has come back in fashion, and they are also incredibly expensive. The LA-4s, they are the ugly duckling of the family that nobody wants. And if you read about them on the internet, you will find people saying that they are worthless, useless, they are dark sounding, they're slow, they don't do anything good. And they're obviously not in fashion. So they're super cheap. And these were my first entry into going hybrid, and they are amazing. Don't believe what you hear on the internet always. But for all I know, these can be modded. These might possibly be modded, is what I'm trying to say in my Norwenglish. Because at least the inputs are and outputs are XLRs, which is not part of the original design. So something else inside might have been switched around. I have looked inside and I'm not wiser at all. I have no idea what to look for. And of course, these are old 80s or something. This button is a bit tricky. It kind of drops out sometimes when I adjust it. But let me explain how I use them. I use them as a stereo pair, but I am not linking them. I have tried it. They are connected in the back with a cable, but I leave this off. Because this just ruins the magic of them, I think. They are so much more fun on a stereo bus in parallel mode than they do magic to the sound. So the criticism is that they're dark. These are not dark. They actually add a lot of clarity. They add top end. And what they excel at is the stereo field just go poof. It explodes. It gets so wide. And this, let's say you have a guitar panned here, and then you run that bus through these, and suddenly you have a guitarist there, not just a flat guitar. You have a three-dimensional thing with light and shadows and depth, and it's clear, and they do really amazing stuff. So what I use them for is like stereo buses in mixes, and I even use it as a master mix bus compressor. And I did an entire soundtrack just now for a fishing game, a very electronic ambient, and it was just amazing when it was run through these. It just added that enormous depth and clarity and everything. It was just magical. So maybe I was lucky, got some really good modded ones, or maybe they're not as bad as their reputation. So what I do, it's kind of easy actually to calibrate them. So I set them roughly to where I want them. Then from the DAW, I run very straight synthesizer signal through both of them. And I don't look at the meters here. I look at the meters in the DAW after they've been through this. I think that's more accurate. So you set the output kind of where you are. You have the gain reduction. That's going to be similar that's easy to set. And then you fine tune the threshold, and then you get them in the same ballpark. And it's up to you how closely you want them to be matched to each other. But in my ears, it doesn't matter. The magic is when they're not exactly precise. It's a lot of fun. But of course, if you just want them as a super straight stereo bass, you have these buttons. And what I'm seeing is that I'm also finding a setting I like, and I just leave it at that. And I do the ratio thing to whatever is appropriate, and then I do like the driving of the unit from the DAW instead. So send a hotter signal in to drive it more, or send a quieter signal in to make it work less. Another thing, yeah, they do make a very interesting noise. Like I said in this video about this machine here, this is this. But this noise of these when you drive them hard is kind of like an digital almost sounding. It's very interesting, but it's actually easier to get a clean signal from these than from that. These are quieter. Can you believe that? Brand new, super old, better. Okay, but not amazing at all. Yeah. So, if you have something you would like to hear run through these, send me something and tell me a bit about what you want to hear, and I'll try to do it. And I'll make another YouTube video with your sounds running through these two LA-4s, which are pretty interesting. That's it. Bye-bye.